Alright, this is a short tutorial on how to put JSmol on your web page. It only takes 4 lines of code, and I hope you find it useful. So all I have here is a file that has my web page, which is basically a blank HTML page we'll look at in a minute, and then I have Jmol. So how did I get Jmol? Well, you just Google it, then download the zipped file. Uh, Once you've downloaded that, you can unzip it and put it in your file. In my case, it's this Jmol tutorial. You also need to unzip the JSmol.zip, which is inside of it. So I've already done that. It's right here. And once you have both of those files unzipped, then you're ready to go. So Jmol uh, is all right here. Now let's check out the web page. So this is my web page. Like I said, it's very simple. There's basically nothing going on here. I'm going to go ahead and run it locally. I'm going to do that using HTTP or HTTP server. You can use whatever program you want, but basically this just makes it so I'm running that file on my local host, and I'm going to run this in incognito mode because everything seems to work better that way. So localhost 8080. Come on. Localhost 8080. So this is my web page. Nothing, right? But there's the title, JSmol tutorial. So we know it's working. I can go ahead and just type in something here, like here is a protein, and then I can refresh this, and there we go. All right, so I am going to display a protein because my research happens to be protein structure. If you work with other kinds of structures, you can look at the Jmol documentation. I'll put a link to the documentation in the description, and you can figure out what kind of files Jmol accepts and is able to understand. I know that it understands .pdb files, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'll go to RCSB, the protein data bank, and I'm going to download a PDB file, which is a protein structure file. So in this case, I'm just going to download this one AHO. So this is the page, and I can go download files, and I can download the PDB file like this. From there, I'll just grab it and put it in my Jmol tutorial file. There we go. So now I have my PDB file, I have my web page, and I have Jmol. With all of this, I'm ready to go. So let's get started writing those 4 lines of code. The first line we need looks like this. Script, the source is jmol/jsmol/jsmol.min.js, and the other one we need is script source. This one's jmol/jsmol/js/jmol2.js. And then we need to initialize it. Jmol initialize. That's jmol/jsmol. And okay. So these are all the files we need to be able to put a JSmol display inside of our web page. If you were doing this on your server, you'd have to adjust where these guys are pointing to wherever you put Jmol on your server. So you have to keep that in mind. I know that because my index.html file is right here and Jmol is inside of this file, this is how I get to the the JavaScript files that I need to run Jmol. So this is the correct location of the things that I need. It might be different on your computer or on your server, so keep that in mind as you go to apply this actually online. So I have these 3 lines here. From there, I can actually put in a little Jmol window, and to do that, I go down here and I go Jmol applet, and here we need a few arguments. The first one is the size of the window. I'm just going to make it 400 by 400. You could make it larger or smaller as you wish. Then I'm going to load my PDB file that I downloaded and put in the file earlier, which is this one aho.pdb. And then the last thing I need is just this little number right here, 0, which I haven't actually looked up what it is specifically, but I'm pretty sure it is basically the applet window number. So if you were going to put another like protein in here, like 2-AHO for example, you would need to number that 1 and 2 and 3 and so on for other ones. But we only have 1, so it's 0. I'm going to go ahead and change this so we know that this is, here is the structure of 1-AHO. Okay. All right, that's all we need. So then I can go to my web page and refresh it, and JSmol loads like this. Here is the protein, and you can zoom in and rotate and do all the things that JSmol allows us to do, like figuring out the amino acid that you're looking at and the number in the sequence and all these different things. So there you go. That's how you include a JSmol window on your web page and just 4 lines of code. If you want to find out how you can customize this a little bit, check out my next tutorial. Thanks.